Hello, hello. Is everybody there? Oh, there we are. You make sure I am muted. Okay, hey Zoe. We are going to work on, oh look, it's backwards, Mark. Do you see that? The Romantic Country, second tale. But we are going to work on, I have it marked. We're going to work on this page. I'm going to lift my camera up a little bit because we can't see it all if I don't. Can you guys see it now? Let me move this over a little bit so I can read the chat. Hi Zoe. Hi Mark. Hey Shay. Can y'all see it now? Hey Stephanie. How are you, darling? There you are, you're hid out. Okay, so we're going to do this guy here. And the story, now remember, those of you guys that have been with me a while know that there's a story to each page. Because this is a Russian artist who did all these designs with toothpicks for this book. But she also wrote little storylines for each page. And so this one here that we're going to do tonight is called The Night of the Full Moon. And it's going to be a two-parter. We'll do one and then we'll do another part of it on a different day. Since olden times, it has been said that a full moon has some sort of mysterious power. On such nights, you might be able to encounter fairies and witches, rarely seen on ordinary nights. Doesn't that sound fun? Hello, cutting board. So we are going to be using straight Prismacolor pencils with this. I'm too scared to do the pan pastels till I practice with it some more, Mark. So I already hear your brain going in the background there of why I'm not using my pan pastels. I need to practice with it better before I do that. So we're going to do, this is going to be a two-parter. We'll do the moon and the sky. And then I'll come back later on this week and then we'll do the second part, which will be the castle and these trees down here. So everybody on board? Ask questions over in the chat. I will look up as I can. I don't have a mod in here tonight. Shay and Mark both. Mark has to go to work and Shay's getting ready for work, so they can't be in tonight. And Michael is at the farm. I knew that he was going to be there last night. He's got to help his son with some stuff. So I don't even know if he'll be back this evening since we're going to do a little perimeter here with the white Prisma, which is 938. The Prismacolor premieres. I know you're here, Shay. I know you're getting to be here. I just know you can't be up on panel because you guys are getting ready for work. Now, those of you that are here, Shay and Mark are both fellow artists. We all three have different styles. You can click on the three little dots and, oh, cool. Now you will get logged out. Oh, no. Hey, Happy Lex, how are you? Anyway, Shay and Mark, both are artists. You can click on there, and they have very different, we all three have very different techniques. So make sure you go and check them out, too. What's not cool? Oh, what's happening to Mark? I don't know. He's had heck with his Facebook and stuff for a few days. I am actually going to be using the guidelines of another artist on this that I think is so good. And I'm going to have to be jumping back and forth. I'm here by myself. I'm jumping back and forth between all the screens, so be patient with me, loves. Doing the best I can. Yeah. Do you guys want to see some of the other pages that we've already done? Is everybody here seen the other pages that I've done? Or do you want me just to continue on with this before I go any further? Let me know. Over here in the chat, what you think. You haven't seen the other pages I've done? Hey, Go Adams. Okay, well, let me just do a little flip through them before we get going. We use different mediums along the way. I gotta get back over here. It was a 2-page spread. We started it, I think, did I do a wash at all with this one? I don't think so, Mark. You've been around me. Hey, Gigi Adams. This was Prismacolors and markers. I made the mistake of using some markers on this, and it bled through, so I no longer use markers on this. The paper's just not strong enough for it. Yeah, it's the same book. And then this page was a wash first, and then I used gel pens on this one, which you guys cannot see. This one was a wash and then gel pens over here. This one was gel pens. Looks like I tried. Yes, I did markers, and I had to do something different on the next page because of that. There's that. Then this page is a 2-page. I'm going to have to kind of go back and forth. I painted this all with acrylic black. And then I think I did mostly paint on this. I think I painted the whole thing with acrylics. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. It's been a year. This one is just the Prismacolor pencils that I did. This is my favorite page so far that I've done. I don't know, can you see it all? God, that's been about a year ago, right? Hey, Davita. This here, I believe I did an acrylic wash behind it. There's some gel pens in this, and acrylic paint on that one. Did we do any more pages? Nope, and now we're over to, oh no, did I lose my, yep, I did. We've got all kinds of pages to do here. But the one I wanted to do today, it jumped out and talked to me and said, this is the one I want done. This one we're not doing today. Aha, here we go. Let's get back to where I was. So this is the one we're going to do today. And we are going to, it's going to be layers and layers of the pencil. And I'm not doing an acrylic wash with this one. We're just going to do layers. And then we'll blend it with a blending, Prismacolor blending pencil. Well, thank you, Davita. I got out of the habit of doing this. We used to have lives on this, as you saw. Each one of those, I had live events going on it. But I think I had to go through some medical treatments that made me really sick for a while, and I just didn't. This is the first time I've touched it since then. But we're going to do this one in a couple of parts. And since I don't have any of my moderators up here, it's awful lonely not having my moderators. I know, Mark, but I am not comfortable with doing my pan pastels for this yet. I knew you were going to say that. I need to practice more before I do that. Because I knew you were going to say it right away. And when I do the lives like this, after it's over with, then I can use those words. I think it's the moon. Yes, honey, it is the moon. Then I rip this after it processes, and I delete all the conversation. And I also make this as a standalone video. Time-lapsed, of course. But this is going to be part 1 of it. And it's going to be layers and layers and layers. Ask me questions, guys. Oh, the last pencil we used was a Prismacolor Cloud Blue 1023. And I'm going to use a Peacock Blue now, which is 1027. And I'm going to go over here to read comments. Okay. I'm glancing up at the chat, so if you guys have comments, questions, ask away. Color scheme. These are going to be some blues going through here, different shades of blues. Then you go over it. You just gradually get darker and darker, and then you blend it all in so that it kind of gives it dimension. And then I'll go in with some white at the end, or maybe an eraser. This is the ugly stage. This one is light cerulean blue 904. Hey, I love to. Hey, Ayla, how are you, darling? I'm really loving your videos. I love to paint. She also is another one that has great, great content. We have just a lot of great talent here. And I just want to keep going back over here. Just to make sure. We know we're on the same page. I am, which is enough now. There's a lot of layers and a lot of colors going in on this one. I know I should be talking 90 to nothing. Mike is in Longview, Long Point. He's at the farm. Hey, there's Artistic Newfie. She's another great, we have all great artists on here. But Mike's at the farm. His son needed a haircut, and I think he was going to help out with some stuff for the cows. So he is not in town right now. Or he would be on panel right now. I love Prismacolor pencils. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, it's 7 p.m. my time, or 7:07. I'm Mountain Standard Time. I was gonna do this, and then I wasn't gonna do this today, and then I was gonna do it, and then I decided I was not going to do it. The day's just been an up and down day. And then Shay's like, well, are you gonna do it? And I'm like, well, yeah, why not? Can't let other people's moods and things decide whether you do something or not. So hey, Artful Ears, how are you? Usually we have people just chattering away. Usually Mark and Shay are up here, but things happen where they can't be. They're in the chat, though. You feel free to chat with them. So we're going to start blending these colors. I'm glad you're doing well. I saw your live earlier. I popped in there for a little while. She's another good artist. I'm so glad my chat's filled with so many creative people in all different mediums and genres. I have to get back in the swing of this. I haven't worked on this in over a year. So then I can sit back and look what else it needs. I may have to go darker. Do you notice the first notification I've ever had on your channel that you even had that you did lives was today? I've not received a notification before. And when I was listening to you talk, you were talking like you did this regularly. And I'm like, wow, I've never received a notification that she even did lives. How weird. No, I mean, I did go over there and click it on the CAC because you did post it there. But since I'm subscribed to your channel, I should have received a notification. And I did see it at the CAC, as a matter of fact. You're right, I did. But I should have received some kind of a notification on it since I'm subscribed to your channel. So maybe you're right. Yeah, I did see it over at the CAC. I'm thinking I should probably go grayer with this moon. Yeah, he's still really blue. I think I should add more gray to it. What do y'all think? Y'all think we're gray? I wonder how long my lag is. Every Sunday at 3 p.m. Huh. Stephanie, Justin just texted me his DNA test from his ancestry. DNA is cracking me up. Why is it cracking you up? Yeah, I'm more gray. I'm going to go with the darker gray. Why, Stephanie, is it cracking you up? Thank you, Art Diana. It's not, come on, get a little sharper. I'm trying to be careful because a lot of times these pencil sharpeners will just eat up your, make it weak. He's nothing that he thought he was. Well, what did he think he was? Okay, he thought he was Native American, or he has Native American in him. I think we all have a little bit of Native American in us. He thought. So do y'all have Irish? What do you have in you? Italian? What? Crap. He's just another white guy. That's funny. No, that's funny. Are you resting today, Stephanie? I know that you had plans on doing a lot of stuff. Irish Wells, English, German, Russian, Baltic. Cool. I'm the best. Oh yeah, I'm beat. Yeah, I bet you are. Now, did you work on the garden today, or were you packing the house up? What were you doing? Let's see if I can get this sucker to work. It rained all day packing stuff. Have you already listed? "20 years of cleaning to do." Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Yeah, me rained all day. My grandson tired. Yeah, the little ones can tire you out like crazy. That much I do know. Salvation Army dumpster. Yeah, you're not one to hang on to stuff. You're probably driving Mike crazy. Y'all been in that house 20 years? Yeah, it's kind of a blue-gray moon, yes. Does it look funky? He's not moving fast enough. Wow, that's a long time to be in one house. I was kind of a gypsy. I've been in this apartment since the end of 2014. Almost 5 years, and that's the longest I've ever lived in one place, in one dwelling. I have a hard time with that, but with my health the way it is, I really don't have much of a choice these days. You know, it is what it is in that arena. Get you some white here, because when I do the sky, I want to make this kind of glow. It's something I haven't seen before. So, you know me, I never do anything normal. I don't ever do anything normal. I've bought and sold a lot of houses. It's nothing but work. I'm clicking over here. I have to check something out. Okay, so we're going to get you guys back over here. Let's see where you're at. Wow, I've been on almost an hour already. Wow. So we're going to take the dark one here. And I'm going to take that. Some of this darker. And I think I like this around the outside versus that gray. There's a song about Blue Moon, 2 songs. She says, I've just never seen it before. Well, this is fantasy. I'm going to work on my book later on tonight. I haven't touched my book in a week. It's time to get back on it. I'm only on chapter 5. It's never going to get finished if I don't get on it again. I'm writing a book. I am writing a book, Diana. It's fiction. It is about shifters. They're people that turn into werewolves, but not the scary kind. Like, it's not a horror. It's not a horror book. It has action, romance. It deals with real life issues. They just happen to shift into animals. No big deal. That's great. You're writing a book. I am. I'm loving the process. Uh-oh, what did you? My sister-in-law stole one of my life stories and wrote a short audiobook. Yeah, mine's going to be an audio and paperback. And I guess I'm going to allow it to be a Kindle and an ebook since so many people like that. But I'm a purist at heart. I like holding the book in my hand. But nowadays I listen to nothing but audios because I can listen to an audio while I'm painting, and I can listen to an audio while I'm writing, and when you're driving and everything else. So I think I need these clouds just to be a hint darker. Okay, Mark, I'll see you when you get to work, honey. Or if you come on while you're at work. I like being able to look on the screen and see what I'm working on. To me, it helps me if I can get some distance from what I'm working on. I know that probably sounds weird, but can you make the moon brighter? Brighter is in like what? Like brighter is in how? What do you mean? I think, let's see how bright it is after I do the sky. When I get the sky done, if it's blending too much in with the sky, then I probably should go back over it with some lighter colors, like a lighter blue or maybe even white. Yes, exactly. Seeing it on the monitor helps a lot. Not weird. Oh, thanks. Cool. Okay, let's get started on the sky. Once we get the sky in, then we'll be able to see if this is going to be too dark still, or do I need to do something different with it to lighten it up somewhat. Looking for something real quick, guys, to help me out here. Okay, let's. Okay. We've got 7 people in the house. That is so nice. Yeah, I'm going to put some around the moon. It's going to be more of a white when it's all said and done. We're going to start light and go dark. You hear? Can you guys hear every time I get a notification, my computer going off? Does that? Are you able to hear it out there? So I think I saw where. Oh, well, darn. I think I saw where. Oh gosh. What is the name of the prince that's having the baby with the lady he just married? What is her name? She played on Suits. Now she's a princess. She's going to have a baby, but I guess it's pretty soon. Gosh, it seems like it just yesterday they got married. Now it's all time for babies and stuff. I know they were in their 30s. I knew when they married, they would probably start the baby train right away because they were both in their 30s and time to knock it out. Carve out however many babies they're going to have. Oh my gosh, she's got red hair. Yes, Meghan Markle, that's it. Ah, I'll have to look at that next time. Harry, that's it. That's his name. Harry. They, to me, make the cutest couple. I mean, they're doing tradition to a point, but they're very much like setting the tone of doing things their way too as well. You know what I mean? Well, he always has, but and his brother seems much more reserved. Friendly, but reserved. They both have better personalities than their father, Charles, ever did. I hope they take more after Princess died. I remember, do you remember when she died? I do. I can remember where I was at, what was happening when she died, and the same with her funeral. I was just stunned. You know, like when we were kids, or when I was a kid, I was a baby when John F. Kennedy was killed, and everybody can tell you where they were when he died. But I was an adult when Diana died, and I can tell you, you know, where I was, who was there, and everything when she passed. And she, not even from my country, but still, I think she was the world's princess, not the world's sweetheart. Humanitarian, not just England's. I keep adding this here. It's a boundary. Where's my other screen here so I can see? Okay. Yes, Elton John did sing at her funeral. I remember that too. It was heartbreaking. Candle in the Wind. He sang that one. So should we wait till next Sunday to do part 2 of this, or should I do it during the week? What do you guys think? I'm going to get a schedule going again. So next Sunday, do part 2? Well, I haven't been setting schedules for a long while now because of my health issues, but I'm going to try and start doing it somewhat again. I can't do it as rigidly as I did it before. You know, before I had videos that went up every single day. I was doing lives, you know, a couple times a week, and my body, it rebels from that. So, but I think scheduling this one to next Sunday would probably be good. Because I've got to make sure I allow myself time for my writing as well. I'm just making myself busy again. I have to watch that because Stephanie and Mark and Shay all knows what happens when that goes down. And when I was healthy, I used to be quite the workaholic. And sometimes I forget that. And I try to go there now sometimes. And my body will remind me that those days are long gone. Yeah, I was just going. And the thing of it was, I don't think I arted or anything for like 6 months after my body shut down. I bet you. Good Lord. Why was he making you chase him, Grandma? I'm thinking I probably should do it in the evening like I'm doing it now. It seems to be working better for people. Or maybe a little bit earlier. I was going to do it earlier today, but I wasn't feeling well. He isn't even 2, and he is so smart. Yeah, it's 8:30 your time. Yeah, Mark is on East Coast time. Mark is on East Coast. I'm on Mountain Standard, and Shay is on Pacific. So when we schedule an event for the 3 of us to do together, it is quite the juggling act. Let me just tell you. But Mark's been working graveyards. That's why the nighttime thing's better for him. So it's right now it is. Isn't it almost 10 your time right now, Stephanie and Diana? I may have to do it earlier so it's not so late for you guys, especially if I do it on a Sunday. For those of you that go to work on Monday morning, geez, I wasn't thinking.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Hmm. Yeah, I may have to go earlier, just a little bit earlier. Diana, what time did you say you did your lives on Sundays? I don't want to step on yours while you're doing yours.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Yeah, I also try to schedule around what everybody else is doing too, so that I don't step on other people's. Okay. Let me read my chat real fast. I get caught up and forget. Now, what is that? Who's doing who's hosting that, or what is that? Is that one of Cinnamon's? I gotta get some water. Yes, I think I did see something about that. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water. Y'all chat amongst yourselves real quick. I'm not doing it either. I can't commit to something that long right now. And that like for 30 days, like for every day of the month. The way I'm doing my lines, there's just so much movement in this. Hope it doesn't make people dizzy. When I blend it out, it ought to make it somewhat smoother and cohesive. Yeah, I can't commit to anything that long term. Steffi, are you on your phone watching me or your computer? Tablet watching phone chat. I had a tablet for about, it was, I don't know, it was a little tablet. It didn't even last 6 months. The one that, had a stand where you could type and then the top of it broke away from it, So it was freestanding and you could type on the screen itself too. It just quit charging, would not charge. I have no idea what's wrong. And to have it fixed probably would cost more than what I pay for it. So I was very disappointed when that happened. Okay, I got another layer to do before I start blending. Hello, Nanas. How are you? Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. We're working on part 1 of this page. It's part 1 this week, part 2 next week. Well, I'm so glad you came in. It was very nice of you. Nana does cooking and arts or crafts. Oh, it hasn't been blended yet. Mike is out of town today. His son, he went to the farm today. His son needed a haircut and needed help with some stuff out there. So he had to deal with his dad this morning. It's Sunday, so he always takes the dad and the stepmom to eat. And then from there, he went to Longview to cut his son's hair and help him out at the farm. I don't even know if he'll make it back home tonight. So he is MIA when doing family stuff all day today. Yeah. Right? He's going to Houston. He takes lots of video because I miss it. I lived in Houston for a long, long time. So anytime Mike goes to Texas, he takes lots of video so I can catch up. No, Nana, this book, it's a color book that was designed by a Russian artist. And all of these pictures, the book tells a story as well. In the back, she has little paragraphs, a little synopsis of each page. But she drew all of these with Q-tips. I'm sorry, toothpicks. So all of the drawings in here were done with toothpicks. And then they put it together as a book, and then they sold it as a coloring book. So it's an adult coloring book. I started it last year, and when I went through a lot of my medical stuff, the medicine made me so sick. I just couldn't do anything but just rest. And you know how it happens when you just get out of the habit of doing something. And then I had a bunch of my friends that had followed along with it before ask if I was ever going to get back to it, Stephanie being one of them. And I said I would. And then somebody else asked me, and then somebody else asked me. I was like, okay, I'll go back to doing it. But I'm not going to do a 7-hour session at once. I'm just going to do part 1, and then part 2 will be next week, and we'll do the castles and the greenery down at the bottom. Tonight, I'm going to finish up doing the sky and see if I need to do. See, Stephanie, the moon's starting to pop a little bit more as I darken it up. So once I finish the layers of the darkening and then blend, then we can really look at the moon and see if I need to do something else to make it pop up a little more. You know what I mean? Because the castle's going to be, this stuff's going to be dark as well. So it might be best to wait till after we get the whole thing done and then look at the moon again. Yeah. Yeah, bit by bit is how I'm going to have to do it. Because if not, I'll make myself sick. And I can't stress my body out. Because I have a habit of, I'm a workaholic, and I have a habit of doing that. Plus, I'm in the middle of writing my book, too, and I have to make time for that. Because I have not touched my book in days. So I got to get back on the grind with that. And then we've got to blend. All this has to be blended. I think there's another color that's supposed to go on here. Chapter 5 of my book. I don't know how many chapters I'm going to have, but I know I'm on chapter 5 now, and we haven't even gotten to the battle yet. So we're doing all the pre-stuff for the battle. Yeah. So that's how that is. It takes time, that's for sure. Okay, there's my blender. Let me sharpen that puppy up. We're going to blend. Then we're going to go back over with a little bit of highlights. And then we'll be done with this for tonight. For just part 1. Maybe next weekend I'll have Mike up in here and Stephanie and Mark and Shay, and we can laugh and giggle. Yeah. Oh, crud. Next Sunday is Easter. Maybe I should do it Saturday then. I didn't even know next Sunday was Easter. If I disappear, my battery died. Oh, I'm sorry, Nana. I don't want the black. I want this. What am I blending with? I am blending with a Prismacolor blender pencil. The number of it is 1077. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see that. It is a colorless, and it's Prismacolor. And it was a lot bigger, but I use them down to the nubs. I don't know how many other people are still here, sweetie. It may be me and you. I don't know. Let me look. I can't see. It says there's 6 people in here, so I don't know. My chat room's pretty quiet tonight. It's Sunday. Everybody's getting ready for their upcoming week. Yeah, I'm going to wait till after I finish this to see if I need to do anything different here on the moon. But he's starting to pop, even with the sky the way it is. Hey, Time Chaser, I didn't see you jump in. How you doing, darling? I almost didn't do this because I was allowing somebody else's bad mood to affect me, and moods can affect my art. But my friend Shay, it's like, are you going to go live? And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let this other person's bad mood affect me. And so I went ahead because I was going to do this earlier. Thank you, darling. Part 1 this week, part 2 next week. I think we'll do it Saturday since Sunday is Easter. So I'll just have to figure out a time. I will post in the, you know how you can write a post in YouTube now? And it'll show up? How many of you guys are doing that? You can do polls in it and all kinds of stuff. But you can do posts. I put a post on this in there. How many of you saw it? Yeah, we'll do this Saturday afternoon. That way people are unwinding after cooking and getting ready for Sunday. Yeah. Or you can go like right now up there, if you clicked on that little, the movie camera, it'll say create a post and you can do it there too. And it should pop up. I mean, when I pull up my recommendation, you know, my homepage, the homepage, not my page, but just YouTube's page to see what's all showing up for the day, I can see other people's posts. So I'm pretty sure you'd be able to see mine that way. About the time you think you got YouTube figured out, it changes. And then you got more things to learn. You saw the notification today, but not in the community tab. Where did you see it at? Good night, Diana. Thanks. Shay's phone died, but she's back. Yay! I think Stephanie and Shay, I'm going to wait to address the moon again till after we get the castle done next week. And then we can look at the moon and see if I need to do anything. But as of right now, it's starting to pop forward because of the darkness of the sky around it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? I don't think I went in here and blended. No, I did not. Yeah, Goober, no wonder it's looking funky. I want I already have one of those out. Is this going to work? I'm trying to see how things go here. Y'all packed, Shay? And prepped? For the most part, just putting in curlers now. Are you going to have to sleep with rollers in your hair tonight? Oh, so they're soft. That way you can sleep them. Hey, add a little more white to it. To the I need to probably stop before I mess something up because I keep diddling. You know how we diddle daddle. So we'll do this again Saturday. We'll do part 2. We'll finish the bottom. I may, if I've added or done anything more to this, I'll let y'all know. Sometimes after the camera's off, I go back and like, oh, I could have done this or that, and I change up a little this, that, or the other thing. And if I have, I'll tell you about it. I probably won't film it, but I will tell you if I do anything. There's a lot of movement in it, which if you guys know me and my art, there's usually a lot of movement in my art anyway, because, you know, I'm always going all over the place. But I think I'm going to call this a night, everybody, because it is 8:30 my time, and everybody that's on the East Coast, it's much later for them, and those that are on the Pacific Coast, things like that, people getting ready to shut down and get ready for Monday for their work weeks. I appreciate each and every one of you that came out tonight. And we will do this this Saturday, and I will make sure and put a reminder up. I'll try to use a reminder for next week. Schedule it that way it'll pop up and remind you guys. And I'm thinking Saturday, tentatively right now, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which will make it 6 East Coast. Will you be done, Diana, by then? I hope she's done by then. And then 3 Shay's time, which would be Mike's time. He should be back from his. Hey, Time Chaser, thank you for coming in, darling. I appreciate it. Okay, everybody. Love y'all, and I'll see you next week. I look for the reminder and look for a post in YouTube's, their recommendation page for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put a post in there once I decide what time. Have a great day, everybody.